Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Whurley, founder and CEO at Strangeworks.
Thank you, and thanks to Zena and PuzzleX for having me out. I want to talk today about something that's a little bit more futuristic, a little further reaching, and that is from playgrounds to particle physics, how children are going to be the future of scientific discovery. When I say that, I don't mean that generationally our kids will go on to invent great things. I mean the children, 5, 7, 10, 13, will be doing the science in the future. Now, I just released a new book on quantum computing called Quantum Computing for Dummies. And before that, I wrote a book that a lot of people didn't understand why I wrote it, called Quantum Computing for Babies. And it's a literal cardboard baby book. But that's because I'm very committed to this vision that quantum and artificial intelligence are not our technologies, they are our children's technologies. Their world is going to be changed more dramatically than ours. Their futures are going to be set because of this. And so I'd like to walk you through kind of that vision today and how I see this happening. It starts with the convergence of quantum computing and artificial intelligence. These technologies are not different. They are the same. You need artificial intelligence to help us solve some of the fundamental problems with quantum mechanics so that we can build these large, robust machines. And AI is already creating calculations that won't run on a standard computer. So it's going to need a quantum computing substrate. But even though there are many neuroscientists that debate this in their community, I like to think that the world is quantum mechanical, and I am a believer in quantum mechanics. And because of that belief, I believe that our brains are also quantum mechanical, and therefore, if we want to build a true intelligence, let alone an AGI or a superintelligence, then you need a quantum computing infrastructure on which to build that. Okay? So these technologies are symbiotic, and I see no way of separating them in my mind. And that leads me to this, the future. My son, Julian, and Lincoln are 7 and 6 years old, respectively. When they wake up in the morning, they go to their computer and they say, what? They don't have a computer, they're 7 years old. But I have a Google Home. And they walk into the kitchen every morning and say, hey, Google, do this, play that, show me this. This is the way children consume these technologies already. Voice will be the dominant interface for them. And so my son asked me to build a Roblox game. And he said, I want to build a Roblox game. Now, he's not going to be a coder. I know this already. He's good at sports, so not a geek, right? He is very fashionable, not a geek. Everything says probably not a software developer, okay? Like his old man. But he wanted to build this game. And so I had an idea. What if I took OpenAI and enabled the speech on his computer and let him talk to OpenAI about the game? So every day during the weekend when he gets his iPad, he comes in and he says, build me a Roblox game. And it says, oh, Roblox games look like this, and they're written in this language, and they're built this way. And he talks about the game, and he gets usable segments of code back. And he's now learning how to take those useful segments of code and pull them all together into an application, how to put this application somewhere where it can be consumed. This is the future of software development. This is the future of everything. Everyone in this audience is a software developer using quantum computing and artificial intelligence. English and Spanish will be two of the most dominant languages for programming. It will not be Python or Java or any machine-level code. You will speak to a machine, and the machine will do the work and create the other software it needs to do such work. There's a great example of this online. A gentleman wrote an AI using Whisper and OpenAI and a few other things, no code, very important, not any code, to create a pizza ordering app. And where the one AI says, what would you like? He says, I'd like to order a pizza. It creates another AI to find a pizza place. It creates another AI to use the Twilio voice API to call the pizza place, to order the pizza, right? Another AI to track it to the house. This is the future of software. No app stores, no anything. This is the world our children grow up in. And because of that, they are going to do some great things. Because the first thing is they're going to be extremely independent. You think kids are independent now? for those of you who have children, how much more advanced are they with technology? Maybe even than some of you are right now than you were when you were a kid. What opportunities do they have? Imagine that 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion fold in this future. And this will create very, very independent, self-reliant kids who are a functional part of the economy, who are a functional part of driving things forward. My son wants to do it. Lincoln, the 6-year-old, every day trying to start a business, trying to do stuff. Entrepreneurship goes up and the age goes down as the technologies enable new abilities. They're also going to be far more empathetic. This will be a base that will lead to them being far more collaborative, but they're not just going to have empathy for each other or for other people or different races or different countries. They're going to have empathy for a new species called artificial intelligence. And I call it a new species because once it becomes past the point of an AGI, and especially when it gets to the point of a superintelligence, then to think of it as a tool that we just consume is wrong, if it is truly intelligence, right? This is something that is going to be argued more in the next 5 years than any topic, because we will have to make some very, very interesting decisions on what we limit and what we don't, how we regulate and how we avoid regulation. This will be very, very important. So, free thinking. This is what children are great at. They have no limits. They can just dream anything. Anything is possible. When you have a kid, until my son was like 6, I could do sleight of hand magic tricks. And I was the most amazing magic person in the world, right? Because in his mind, he doesn't have any limits that say it's a trick or you're being fooled. It's just wondrous. This is really, really, to me, what will be one of the most important factors, because it leads to curiosity. Kids ask why all the time, incessantly. We have to go somewhere. Why? Because of this. Why? Because of this person. Why? Why? We don't, as adults, ask why enough. We lose our imagination. We lose our curiosity. We lose our ability to look out into the future and see things that are wondrous, and we see only the terrible. What is the problem you see with AI? You see, oh, it's going to kill us all, or it's going to imprison us, or all these bad things. What about all of the good things? And that's why it's important to put children in this position, because of their imagination. This will be the key to worlds of innovation. And that starts with giving them a space to explore. I am teaching my children how to use these tools right now at 6 and 7. I would encourage everyone to do so. I think we should have classes worldwide in every school where we teach them how to consume these new technologies, where we keep them on the cutting edge so that they can explore any idea that they have, using that curiosity, using that imagination. And they're going to collaborate, because unlike us, when they're young, they don't have any ideas of race or religion or politics. They're free. Every kid they see is their friend. And this will lead to collaboration on a massive scale we simply haven't seen before. And that collaboration breeds innovation, period. We will be the benefactors in our older age of what I see as one of the most robust societies on the planet. One of the most innovative, collaborative, imaginative species ever, who works on solving the problems, who doesn't look for a new drug discovery, but looks for a way to eliminate a disease. Doesn't look for a new, better chemistry for batteries, but for completely new forms of travel that we've never seen before. And everything they do will be focused sustainability first. These children care about their environment. You see this in the younger generations. This will continue to trend more and more and heavier. And everything they do, using that collaboration, using that curiosity and imagination, will be thought of to be built with sustainability in mind, because they are growing up also as the recipients of a world that's probably a little better off than we received it. So this is very important, because I think this is what gives our species sustainability itself. But the most important thing is that they will become leaders. And when I say leaders, just like I said about scientists, I don't mean they'll be leaders elected, when they're 20 or 30. I mean, you will start seeing leadership fall into very, very young ages. You will have children who know more at 13 than I know at 53. This is the future. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful conference.